You probably recognise where we are. We're at our favourite airfield, where we normally come to race the Carwow guys in whatever ridiculously fast car they've turned up with on that day. Today's a little bit different. They've kind of asked us to come along and race for them against another motorcycle. Not any old bike. On this occasion, it's a proper KTM factory MotoGP bike, ridden by none other than Dani Pedrosa. The chance to see a MotoGP bike in the flesh, the chance to ride next to it, and the chance to hang out with one of my all-time racing heroes, it's going to be an incredible day, and it's going to be really interesting. I know I am never going to beat this bike on the bike we've bought. I've got a ridiculously fast road bike, but it's not one of these. What I want to see is just how much faster all that money and all that race team and all that budget gets you compared to a bike that you can buy off the shelf from your local KTM dealer. I'm going to get back to dribbling over this thing. Race time. It doesn't feel like that long ago where you could look at a MotoGP bike and you knew what every button did. You knew what every lever did. But now, they've obviously got the whole shot device and the systems that lower the suspension down, which has added more levers, more complications. There's so many bits on this that I'm like, I have no idea what that does. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what that's for. I want to know. And I'm just, every second I look at it, as if riding one of these things wasn't hard enough. These videos only happen because of the support and help from our sponsors. Support the companies that support us. Right, so we could have gone out hunting a mad drag racing bike and found something maybe that could beat the MotoGP bike. But actually what we wanted to see today was how a full factory race MotoGP bike with, you know, a world-class rider on it fares against me on basically a stock road bike. So that's going to be the interesting comparison to check out. This is a KTM 1290 Super Duke Evo. It has got a few accessories on it along the way as well. So we've got some fancy rear sets, and importantly we've got the full Akropovic race exhaust system with the secondary air delete and a remap to suit. So we're 5 brake up and 6 kilos down on the standard KTM Super Duke R Evo, which puts us about 185 brake and 185 kilos. It's a nice roundish set of numbers. I've set the electronic suspension into its lowest setting, which is kind of what the MotoGP bike whole shot device does. Obviously, this doesn't do it anywhere near as much, but felt like I could do something so I don't lose as badly. We're going to put this pretty much stock road bike with a few fancy accessories on it up against the MotoGP bike and see how far we lose by.
So obviously your bike's going to win, right? I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
But it'd be interesting to see the difference. So what cc is that?
This 1300.
And yours is 1 litre, isn't it?
Yes.
So but you've got 270 horsepower and you've got
180.
Okay. And you're a good rider, aren't you?
Not in this company.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's very kind of him to say that about me. He's seen my skills on a motorbike quite. Oh, Danny. All right. Okay, right. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I tried one of those once.
Yeah?
Yes, yes. In Aragon on the racetrack. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Engine's lovely.
Yes.
It's easy to launch.
Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah. If the competition was who can wheelie all the way down there,
I don't know.
Danny's still going to win.
I was going to say, we did a race earlier and he like, how long were you wheeling for?
I don't know.
Quite a long time. It wasn't like a massive wheelie, obviously, but it was a full power wheelie. It was about like half the ground, for about 100 or so metres. Then he did the same, well, not the same thing, it was the other end, but like did a burnout while doing a drag race for about 200 metres.
Yes, yes.
Like I like walked. I actually ran the length of the burnout and I was out of breath at the end of it. It was so long. Anyway, let's go and do this.
Not many times in life that I'm going to get to race Dani Pedrosa, even when I know I'm going to lose. He's checking his data.
Hi, how are you? Matt Watson here from Carwow. So I'm sat in a Porsche 911 Turbo S. Next to me is a KTM road bike. Next to that is a KTM MotoGP bike. And we're going to have a drag race. I'm going to speak to Chris Northover from Bike World TV. Hey Chris, how you doing?
Matt, never better than when I'm sat next to you on a runway.
That's because you normally win, don't you, on a bike? But you might not win today on your bike. But anyway, tell me about your bike. What is it?
So yeah, I think you might be right there. Today I'm on a KTM Super Duke R1290 Evo with a nice smatter of accessories from the KTM catalogue. I've got about 185 horsepower, about 185 kilos, so I'm on that magical 1,000 brake per ton, and 140 newton meters of torque, so pretty quick for a road bike.
Yeah, it is pretty quick. And do you know what? Sometimes in the past when we've had people riding bikes, people like comment going, they don't know how to ride the bike, but you know how to ride a bike because you've done quite a bit of racing, haven't you?
I've done my fair share of racing, yeah. British Championship, European Championships. I was always pretty good at starts. Finishes, maybe not so much, but good at starting.
And we definitely do like to have people who know how to control the machines. That's why we've got MotoGP legend Dani Pedrosa riding the KTM RC16 Red Bull KTM factory racing bike. So that Danny's actually came second, didn't you, Dani, in the, what was it, 2007 MotoGP, the 2011, the 2007 MotoGP, the 2010 and the 2012. So you kind of know what you're doing, don't you?
I better know what I'm doing on top of this bike.
So anyway, Dani, tell us about your bike.
Yeah, so the bike is more or less around 157 to 160 kilos, and it's about 275 horsepower, and yeah, pretty much everything it's light on this bike to turn this into a beast.
Yeah, and you're quite light as well. So what do you weigh roughly?
I weighed well, with the leather and helmet and everything, I would say 62.
And how about you, Chris? I think you're a bit heavier than 62, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, maybe 64, 65. I've got quite a heavy set of levers on. Or maybe 80 something.
Okay. The cost of a MotoGP bike, how much does it cost to do a season in MotoGP, Dani?
Yeah, one full season, I think it's around 30 to 40 million for two bikes to race the whole championship.
I am lining up on a grid next to Dani Pedrosa. That's pretty awesome. I don't care that I'm on a runway. I don't care that I'm going to lose. This is going to be the best defeat of my life.
Well, I will give the chance to one of them, but if I see it's getting complicated at the end, I have the extra.
Now let's do this race, finally. Beat both the bikes at the line. Come on, 911. Oh, here comes Dani now. Well, where's Chris? Here comes Chris. No, he doesn't.
Oh my god. That was humbling. This is not a slow bike. That MotoGP thing just disappeared. Look! Look! It's Dani Pedrosa!
Oh, Dani got a good start there. Oh, he's on me quicker this time. Look at that. Wheeling past me.
It's a factory Grand That's incredible. That is seriously cool. That is a proper bit of kit. Wow. Absolutely destroyed.
Do you want to do a rolling race?
Yeah? Yeah, that's a good new way for you all to destroy me.
Now we're going to rolling race from 50 miles an hour. I'm going to be in 3rd gear. Danny's going to be in 6th gear, and Chris is going to choose his gear. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, he's gone. Chris has gone.
I'm winning! No!
Honestly, that bike, whoa, went.
In case you didn't pick it up on the audio earlier, Danny was starting in 6th gear. I was in 2nd, and he still monstered me. I'm getting my knee down behind Dani Pedrosa. Look at that! That's the coolest thing ever!
So we're going to do a brake test now. Just get level with me, it'll be about 100 miles an hour. Okay, now we're going to have a brake test from 100 miles an hour. Whoever stops in the shortest distance wins. Get to 100, here we are, here's 100, one emergency stop now. Oh, it's a battle of the bikes! It's a battle of the bikes. Let's see who won that. My God, this is close.
This is close.
This is very. I mean, there's not.
I lost.
You lost.
Yeah!
You beat Dani Pedrosa. Yes. Yes.
The only thing we could beat him
Yeah.
at.
Oh wow. That is. This stopped so well.
Much better than the Hayabusa.
Oh my God. To compete with that, like, wow.
Mind blown.
Do you know what? It'd be great to see some burnouts to end the video.
That was the best day at work ever, bar none. I got to get my knee down behind Dani Pedrosa, I got to do a wheelie with Dani Pedrosa, and then I finished with a burnout with Dani Pedrosa. I'm stoked. Some people live the life, don't they? Poor old Dani Pedrosa, he's late for his next meeting, and he's had to get a helicopter down to Goodwood. I'd rather go in my transit. So Matt, another good day racing.
Yes, it was.
Neither of us won today though, did we?
No, but then it's to be expected when you're against a MotoGP bike ridden by someone who definitely knows how to ride it.
Christ, yeah, I know, what a rider. Huh? And I mean, there's some obviously amazing statistics today, but the one that got me, I don't know if it was the same as you. Normally we're like, oh, the bike's really cheap and the car's this.
Yeah.
What was it, 30 million?
So 30 million for a season of MotoGP with 2 bikes racing. Obviously, you know, the bike itself to produce it isn't that much, but you go racing with 2 bikes, costs 30 million, you can say it's 15 million, isn't it, for a bike?
It's insane, isn't it?
It is insane. A lot of research and development goes into them, and yeah. And actually, to be fair, a lot of work goes into making them run on the day, like the team have the setup time and like cool down and all that kind of stuff. Nothing compared to a Formula 1 car though, which are super temperamental, but much harder work than you and this.
Yeah, just pressing the button and going.
What's the difference in capability, like your riding, like the level that you can achieve compared to what he can achieve? Is it quite similar? Is it like such a fraction, do you think? Like, you don't have to be modest. Like,
No,
what do you
but
think?
do you know what? That's one of my favourite things about motorcycling. Like,
Uh-huh.
I raced at kind of top, I don't know, 10% of the British Championship level. You know, I was high up in British Championships and kind of mid-pack in European Championships. If I went to, let's say, I don't know, Donington Park, same bike, same tyres, everything the same as Dani, I'd be amazed if I got within 3 seconds a lap.
Really? That's quite a lot, 3 seconds,
It's
isn't it?
incredible. And I love it because it doesn't matter how good you think you are or how many championships you've won. You go to somewhere and meet someone like that and instantly humbled, which was what made it better when I beat him on the braking test today.
The brake test. Oh my God. That's the thing though. I think the braking is a lot about balls as well, and I know you've got massive balls. You could take that the wrong way. Like off-camera things have been going on, but no, they haven't. Yeah, honestly, you like to hoon about on a bike, and then the way you stopped this, brilliant. It was only a bit ahead of the car, wasn't it?
Only just, yeah. It was the most impressive trait on this is how quick it stopped today.
Yeah.
That was seriously impressive.
And not just any car. Porsche 911 Turbo S. Porsches have brilliant brakes. So to get that close to a 911 Turbo S is just insane. I was like, oh, I've got this deadies. And he was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, what level? Unfortunately, just at the last minute.
Just nicked over. But another great day racing cars and motorbikes.
Yeah, I loved it.
It's our duty to carry on doing this, Matt. I'll
Thank
see you
you very
again,
much.
man.
Will do.
Bring something fast.